Welcome to all of you in Dr. SRF chemistry classes. In the previous lecture, I was telling you about the chemical reactions of the alkyl halide, and today I will start the preparation of aryl halides, thereafter its properties, and after that there are some important aspects in the elimination reaction and in the application of nucleophile substitution reactions, which I will tell you. Now, before starting preparation of aryl halide, there are few points or few mistakes which I have seen in my previous lecture. You please correct it. In my previous lecture, when this compound CH3, CH2, CHBr, CH2, CH3, KOH alcoholic, the compound formed is your CH3CH, double bond CH, CH2, CH3 plus KBr plus H2O. This compound by mistake I had written butene, but it is actually pentene because it contains 5 carbon atoms. So it should be pentene and not butene as I had written earlier. I am sorry for this. So please rectify this mistake in your notes. Similarly, there is another mistake which I had noted in my previous lecture, was that when this compound CH3CH Br CH3 reacts with CH3 COAG, the compound formed will be CH2CH OCO CH3, or better you can write OCO CCH3 CH3. This will be the compound and this is the correct one. Incorrect is CH3CH COOCH3, which I had written earlier. So it should be replaced by this. Similarly, in the mechanism of the E2 reaction, some bond were left. In E2 reaction, this was your CH3, CH2, Cl, and this is your nucleophile attacks takes place at this hydrogen atom, which will be eliminated in the form of proton. Transition state will be OH. This bond will start forming for eliminating water. This bond will start breaking. This bond will remain as such. CH, H. This bond will start breaking, and a new double bond will start forming here. So this is forming. This is breaking. This is forming. And this is again breaking. And this will decompose to give you CH double bond CH H. This will be reacting in presence of OH minus. So this will be H2O plus Cl minus. So I thought to tell you that these mistakes must be rectified, which I have done in my previous lecture. Sorry for this. Now let us start aryl halides. And I have told you earlier about the structural difference in between the alkyl and aryl halides, that these are the compounds containing carbon, hydrogen, and halogen, in which halogen atom is directly attached with the aromatic nucleus or the benzene nucleus. So preparation of aryl halides. First is from benzene. We can prepare chlorobenzene, bromobenzene, as well as iodobenzene directly from the benzene. For example, for the preparation of chlorobenzene, the benzene should react with chlorine in presence of FeCl3 or AlCl3 to give chlorobenzene. Now, since all the 6 carbon atoms in the benzene are equivalent, that's why the substituent group can be substituted at any position or at any one of the corners. The compound will always remain same. So, suppose we substitute here, then also, or here, or here, or here, or here, or here. Then in each case, it will be called as chlorobenzene. These compounds which are being used with halogen, these are known as halogen carriers. So when benzene reacts with halogen in presence of halogen carrier, the corresponding halobenzene or haloalene or the aryl halide is obtained. Likewise, when benzene is heated with bromine in presence of FeBr3 or AlCl3, in place of AlCl3, you may also take AlBr3. There will be formation of bromobenzene plus HBr, here HCl will be formed. Now, why are these called as halogen carriers, FeCl3 or AlCl3? This is on account of the fact that they are able to carry the benzene and they are able to carry halogen atom towards the benzene in the form of electrophile, which I will show you with the help of mechanism of this reaction right now. Now, if benzene is heated with iodine, then there is formation of iodobenzene and HI. Now this HI is a strong reducing agent. It will reduce iodobenzene into benzene again. Therefore, in order to prepare iodobenzene from benzene, the benzene is heated with iodine in presence of some oxidizing agent like concentrated nitric acid. This concentrated nitric acid helps in oxidizing this HI into water and iodine, and there is also formation of brown colored gas nitrogen dioxide. This type of reaction we have seen in case of also the reaction preparation of alkyl iodide from alkane, where we can't prepare alkyl iodide from alkane by direct reaction with iodine, but oxidizing agent like concentrated nitric acid or concentrated iodic acid is used. The purpose of these oxidizing agents is to oxidize hydrogen iodide into oxygen and water, so the reaction could not be reversible. Now all these reactions are electrophilic substitution reactions. These are all electrophilic substitution reactions. Substitution reaction, as you know, that it takes place at single bonded centers. Here, the substitution taking place at the carbon atom of the benzene and hydrogen, which is singly bonded with the carbon atom, is being replaced by the electrophile, and that's why it is called as electrophilic substitution reaction. Now let us see that what is the mechanism of electrophilic substitution reaction. This I will try to explain with, with the help of the reaction of benzene with chlorine. The electrophilic substitution reaction consists of three steps. The first step is the formation of electrophile. The second step is the formation of carbonium ion, and third step is the stabilization of carbonium ion by the resonance, and in the fourth step the removal of proton from the carbonium ion to form the final product. So let us start mechanism of electrophilic substitution reaction. So first step is formation of electrophile. And I have told you, in case of halogenation of benzene, that the use halogen carrier. The purpose of the halogen carrier is to form electrophile which could reach or which could attack at the benzene nucleus. So this Cl2 is a non-polar compound, but on account of electron deficient nature of AlCl3, which has only 6 electrons in the outermost orbit of the aluminum atom. That's why it has tendency to accept at least a pair of electron, and hence it acts as electrophile. So on account of its electron deficient nature, this bond gets polarized, and this pair of electron forming the Cl-Cl bond is shifted on the aluminum atom, resulting in the formation of AlCl4 minus plus Cl plus. This is called as chloronium ion. Now if Cl is in the form of atom like Cl only, then we call it as chlorine atom. If it is Cl2, it will be chlorine molecule. If it is Cl minus, it will be a chloride ion. And if it is Cl plus, then it will be called as chloronium ion. So this is the first step, formation of electrophile. This is your electrophile. Now in the second step, attack of electrophile. Attack of electrophile on benzene and formation of carbonium ion. Formation of carbonium ion. So this is your benzene which contains pi electron cloud, that is having electron rich center. This is your Cl plus electrophile. So this electron cloud attracts this Cl plus towards the benzene nucleus at any one of the corner, and there is formation of carbonium ion. This positive charge is present on the carbon atom, that's why it is called as carbonium ion. And since this positive charge is in conjugation with the pi bond, and there is also pi conjugation, that's why there is possibility of the phenomena of resonance, and hence this carbonium ion gets stabilized by resonance. The resonating structure will be like this. This pi electron will be shifted here, and the resonating structure will be like this. And in short, we can represent these resonating structures like this. So this is the carbonium ion which is formed. So first is formation of carbonium ion. First is formation of electrophile. Second is formation of carbonium ion. And its stabilization by resonance. And then in the third step, there will be loss of proton from the carbonium ion and the formation of product. Loss of proton from carbonium ion and formation of product. This takes place in presence of AlCl4 minus ion, which is formed in the first step during the formation of electrophile. So the reaction will be as follows. This is your carbonium ion. Any one of these structures will be taken. Suppose I have taken this structure. This is your AlCl4 minus. This will take up this proton and this bond will be shifted here. So there will be formation of product Cl plus HCl plus AlCl3. Now this second step of the reaction is the slow step in which the formation of the carbonium ion is taking place, and you know that the slow step is called as the rate determining step. So rate determining step in the electrophilic substitution reactions of benzene or its derivative is the formation of the carbonium ion by the attack of electrophile on the benzene or aromatic nucleus. Now till now you have prepared chlorobenzene, bromobenzene and iodobenzene, but chlorobenzene cannot be prepared by this method because of the greater reactivity of the fluorine atom. But we can prepare chlorobenzene, bromobenzene, as well as iodobenzene indirectly by using benzene diazonium chloride, and that is by Sandmeyer's reaction. So let us prepare chloro and bromobenzene by Sandmeyer's reaction. In Sandmeyer's reaction, we use benzene diazonium chloride for the preparation of chlorobenzene or bromobenzene, and in this reaction, the benzene diazonium chloride N2Cl is reacted with cuprous chloride and HCl, benzene diazonium chloride. This will give you chlorobenzene. And if it is heated with cuprous bromide and HBr, we get bromobenzene. So these reactions are called as Sandmeyer reaction. Now this benzene diazonium chloride, when required, it can be prepared from aniline. This aniline is your NH2 group present on the benzene nucleus. This is called as aniline. And when this aniline reacts with sodium nitrite and HCl in ice cold condition, that is at 273 Kelvin, there is formation of benzene diazonium chloride, and this reaction is called as diazotization reaction. So you may be asked to prepare chlorobenzene or bromobenzene from aniline, and you can prepare by these reactions. First you will convert aniline into benzene diazonium chloride, then this on heating with cuprous chloride and HCl will give you chlorobenzene, and on heating with cuprous bromide and HBr you will get bromobenzene, and this reaction is called as Sandmeyer's reaction. Now instead of using this cuprous chloride, if you use copper, then this reaction is called as Guterman's reaction. Guterman's reaction. So in Guterman's reaction, we use copper and HCl for the preparation of chlorobenzene, and for the preparation of bromobenzene we take copper and HBr. And again, if you have to prepare this chlorobenzene or bromobenzene through Guterman's reaction from aniline, then aniline is first converted into benzene diazonium chloride by diazotization reaction, and then this benzene diazonium chloride on heating with copper and HCl gives chlorobenzene, and on heating with copper and HBr gives you bromobenzene in Guterman's reaction. Now, if you want to prepare iodobenzene, then this benzene diazonium chloride this on heating with potassium iodide, this will give you iodobenzene plus KCl plus N2. So for the preparation of chloro and bromobenzene, we use cuprous chloride and HCl and cuprous bromide and HBr respectively in Sandmeyer reaction, and copper and HCl and copper and HBr in Guterman's reaction. But for the preparation of this iodobenzene from benzene diazonium chloride, it is heated with potassium iodide. Now, how to prepare fluorobenzene? Till now, we have not prepared fluorobenzene. The fluorobenzene from benzene diazonium chloride is prepared by Bose-Schiemann reaction. So let us see what is Bose-Schiemann reaction. In this Bols-Schumann reaction, we heat benzene diammonium chloride with tetrafluoroboric acid. This is our benzene diammonium chloride. It is heated with HBF4 tetrafluoroboric acid to give this addition compound. N2BF4, but this is unstable, therefore this unheating will give you fluorobenzene plus BF3 plus N2. So these were the methods for the preparation of chlorobenzene, bromobenzene, iodobenzene and fluorobenzene. Now this chlorobenzene on commercial basis can be prepared by Rastix process also. So let us see what is Rastix process. This is commercial method. For preparation of chlorobenzene. And in this method, this benzene is heated with hydrochloric acid gas in presence of oxygen, and using cupric chloride as catalyst, we get chlorobenzene plus water. So in Rastix process, which is used as the commercial method of preparation for chlorobenzene, we heat benzene with hydrochloric acid gas and oxygen in presence of catalyst cupric chloride to give chlorobenzene. Likewise, for the preparation of bromobenzene only, we can use Hunslicker reaction. Earlier you have seen this reaction in the preparation of alkyl bromide. The aryl bromides or bromoarenes can also be prepared by this method, in which we use silver salt of carboxylic acid. It is heated with bromine in presence of carbon tetrafluoride to give the bromoalkane or bromoarenes, and in this case this is your silver benzoate. This is heated with bromine in carbon tetrachloride to give you bromobenzene. Plus ADBr plus CO2. This reaction is known as Hunslicker reaction. So these were methods for the preparation of haloarenes or aryl halides, that is chloro, bromo, iodo and fluorobenzene. Now the chemical reactions of chlorobenzene, alkyl halides and aryl halides, that is haloalkanes and haloarenes, are very much similar to each other. That is like those of the alkyl halides or the haloalkanes. These haloarenes also show nucleophilic substitution reaction with metals, and in addition to that, it also shows the electrophilic substitution reaction, which is not shown by the alkyl halides, and alkyl halides show elimination reactions also, but these aryl halides or the haloarenes do not show the elimination reaction. So three types of reactions are chemical reactions shown by aryl halides. First is nucleophilic substitution reaction. Second, reaction with metals. And third is electrophilic substitution reaction. Electrophilic substitution reactions. These electrophilic substitution reactions are not only shown by chlorobenzene or benzene, but it is shown by all the derivatives of the benzene, maybe chlorobenzene, benzoic acid, nitrobenzene, benzaldehyde, etc. And there are four electrophilic substitution reactions which are common in all the compounds containing benzene nucleus. In short, right now I am telling you, these are halogenation, means introduction of halogen in the benzene nucleus in place of hydrogen. Then nitration, that is introduction of or substitution of nitro group in the benzene nucleus in place of hydrogen. Then sulfonation, that is introduction of sulfonic acid group SO3H group in the benzene nucleus in place of hydrogen. And Friedel-Crafts reaction, which are of two types, that is Friedel-Crafts alkylation and Friedel-Crafts acylation. But before that, I will give the examples of nucleophilic substitution reactions first. So the nucleophilic substitution reactions in benzene nucleus in compounds containing benzene nucleus, that is in aryl halides, are nearly same as those of the alkyl halides or the haloalkanes, but there is difference in reactivity. The reactivity of haloarenes towards nucleophilic substitution reaction is comparatively less in comparison to alkyl halides. The reason I will tell you in the next lecture. Here I am giving you only the examples. So, as for example, if you have to replacement of halogen by OH group, so this is your chlorobenzene with 2NaOH aqueous. Here drastic conditions are required because of less reactivity of haloarenes. So 623 Kelvin temperature, 300 atmospheric pressure is required. There is formation of ONA. This is your sodium phenoxide. Or phenolate. And this on acidification, that is H plus or dilute HCl, will give you this compound OH present on the benzene nucleus known as phenol. So chlorobenzene can be converted into phenol by this method, and this method of conversion of chlorobenzene into phenol is known as Gauss process. This is also the commercial method for the preparation of phenol. In case of haloalkanes, you will have seen that only ordinary temperature is required, or at ordinary temperature there is reaction of haloarenes, haloalkanes with aqueous alkali to give you the corresponding alcohol. But here drastic condition is required on account of less reactivity of aryl halides towards nucleophilic substitution reaction. Similarly, when this chlorobenzene treated with ammonia in presence of cuprous oxide catalyst under pressure. There is replacement of halogen atom RCl by NH2, and this compound is known as aniline. So chlorobenzene can be converted into aniline, and aniline can be reconverted into chlorobenzene through diazonium chloride, which again we can represent here. This chlorobenzene NaNO2 plus HCl. This reaction, as I have told you earlier, this is your called as diazotization reaction. This is converted into diazonium chloride, and this diazonium chloride can be converted into chlorobenzene by Sandmeyer reaction or by Zettermann's reaction. This diazonium chloride, like cyanides, is also a very important compound for the synthesis of number of organic compounds. As for example, one example I am taking, if it is boiled with water in presence of acid, it is converted into phenol. So chlorobenzene can be converted into phenol directly as well as indirectly through diazonium chloride, and this diazonium chloride will be formed by forming aniline from chlorobenzene. Similarly, when this chlorobenzene is heated with CuCN in presence of pyridine, there is formation of this compound phenyl cyanide, also known as benzonitrile. This is called as benzonitrile. And this may also be called as, this is a phenyl group, phenyl methane nitrile or phenyl cyanide. Now this cyanide compound is also a very important compound, as I have told you in case of the alkyl cyanide, and it is helpful for obtaining number of other organic compounds. As for example, if this benzonitrile is hydrolyzed in presence of acid, this CN group gets converted into COH group. This is your benzoic acid. And if this CN group is reduced with hydrogen and nickel, you get this compound. CN is converted into CH2NH2. This is your benzylamine. This group is known as benzyl group. That is C6H5CH2 group is known as benzyl group, while C6H5 group is known as phenyl group. Now, if this NH2 group is attached with aliphatic chain and is reacted with sodium nitrite and HCl or HNO2, then this gets converted into OH. So, if it reacts with HNO2 or NNO2 plus HCl, you will get this compound. This is your alcohol, not phenol. OH will be phenolic when it is directly attached with the benzene nucleus, and it will be alcoholic when it is attached with aliphatic chain. Here OH is attached with aliphatic chain, that's why it will be alcoholic. This compound is known as benzyl alcohol. Benzyl alcohol. And this CH2OH group on oxidation gives you aldehyde group. This is your benzaldehyde. And this CHO group can be oxidized into COA group. So you can prepare benzaldehyde, benzoyl alcohol, cyanobenzene or phenyl cyanide from aryl halide, and this phenyl cyanide or the benzonitrile is very important compound through which we are able to synthesize number of organic compounds, and likewise this diazonium chloride is also a very important compound in organic chemistry through which we can synthesize number of organic compounds. Now these were some of the nucleophilic substitution reactions of the alloyins. Now reaction with metals. Reaction of with metals. Like alkyl halides, these aryl halides are the halogens also react with magnesium and they form Grignard reagent that is corresponding aryl halides. So this is your benzene when it is heated with Mg in presence of triether. There is formation of C6H5MgCl. This structure is like this. This is your phenyl magnesium chloride. In short, this may also be called as Grignard reagent. Now, like that of the alkyl halides, these aryl halides also react with sodium. But the reaction of aryl halides with sodium will be either Wurtz-Fittig reaction or it will be Fittig reaction. While in case of alkyl halides, it is called as Wurtz reaction. So reaction with sodium reaction with sodium first is Wurtz-Fittig reaction. In this, we take one molecule of alkyl halide and one molecule of aryl halide or the halorine. Aryl halide plus sodium plus alkyl halide, dry ether, giving corresponding alkyl benzene. As for example, this is your chlorobenzene when it reacts with sodium and we take methyl chloride here. There is formation of toluene, also known as methyl benzene, plus 2NaCl. This is your toluene. But if we take both the molecules of the aryl halide, then this reaction is called as Fittig reaction. So in case of Fittig reaction, we take two molecules of aryl halide and there is formation of diaryl or biphenyl. And for example, Cl plus 2Na plus Cl this NaCl will be eliminated. dry ether. This is your biphenyl, also called as diphenyl or diaryl. Plus 2NaCl. Now these reactions can also be carried out either by using bromobenzene or iodobenzene in place of chlorobenzene. Then also the same compound will be obtained. But in case of iodobenzene, if instead of taking sodium metal, we take copper powder, then this reaction is called as Ullmann's reaction, in which the biphenyl is obtained. So Ullmann's reaction in which iodobenzene is heated with copper powder. To give you biphenyl or diphenyl, and in addition to this there is formation of cuprous iodide. So diphenyl from iodobenzene can be prepared either by Ullmann's reaction or by Fittig reaction. One more reaction of the aryl halide with metal is that is your reaction with lithium. So this chlorobenzene can be written as C6H5Cl plus Li. So this will be your, on heating with lithium, this will give you C6H5 Li plus LiCl. This is your phenyl lithium. So this is all about today's lecture. In the next lecture, I will tell you about the electrophilic substitution reaction of aryl halides and what is the cause of difference of the reactivity towards nucleophilic substitution reaction in case of alkyl and aryl halides.